Happy Halloween, Scorpio, and happy birthday. This is your November 2018 reading, and that's Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Rising sign. This is a general reading, and so everything may not apply, but I've been asking Spirit as I'm shuffling these cards, trying to find out what might be some general information for you. Please remember that this may not resonate for every person. So, take what applies. But trying to tap into Scorpio energy, see what's been going on for you guys lately, and what might be some of the lessons that you can learn from the situation. I do have some jumpers coming on. As you know, I tend to get started shuffling before I start, just so that we can minimize the downtime that's possibly less interesting to you. But I don't pull any fast ones or anything. So let me lay these down and see what we got. Okay, very interesting. Now at the bottom of the deck we have the King of Imps. King of Imps tends to be a fire sign or somebody in that energy. Doesn't have to specifically be a male or a fire sign. Our fire sign friends are Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. But the King of Imps has to do with someone who is able to take something they feel passionate about and manifest it materially. For example, if you have a great book idea or a great investment opportunity or a great something that's unique to you, your business, what have you, you're able to manifest that, to bring that forward. The king is somebody who's able to manifest it. Note that this is not a page or somebody who might be younger or more of a novice in a situation. So it could be that you're having some positive success in bringing forth something you've been working hard at. Or it could be that there's someone in your life who is like a fire sign to you, or who is in that energy that you're having dealings with lately. So let's play these out and see what's going on. For those who are interested, I'm working with the Halloween Tarot deck. Again, I hope to get these readings, all of them out on or before Halloween, so that people can have some kind of divination. And please also, that brings me to another point. On my website, serenitymatters1111.com, I am doing half off of all readings if you book between now and November 11th of 2018. So take advantage of that opportunity if you'd like a personal reading. Not bad, 20 bucks for a half hour. That's really not bad. Okay. So we're looking here at the Six of Bats. And Six of Bats energy has to do with leaving something behind and moving on towards something in hopes of improvement. You'll notice that these two here, they're huddled up like they're protecting themselves from the cold. That could be cold weather, that could be metaphorical cold, but they are taking all their belongings, including their friend the cat, and they're moving on to hopefully what's going to be a better situation for them. So this can indicate that you've recently had a change in, this is air, so air's intellect, in maybe a mental orientation on something, or a need to do so. Maybe there's some old way of thinking that you need to leave behind in order to find some sort of success. Now I'm looking too at, we've got the World card here. And the World card is very much about the completion of a cycle. So you may be moving on into this new phase of your life just automatically. This could indicate this world is really about a rebirth, right? This is kind of a metaphorical womb, the emergence, the end of one old cycle and the beginning of a new. It's a very positive time for change. Now this here can indicate some kind of getting away with something. So sometimes it could be maybe you, for those of you that have been involved with somebody, it could be maybe it wasn't completely on the up and up. You know, maybe some of you single people were kind of, you know, on the down low, or, you know, some kind of thing like that. And maybe you're leaving some of that behind, or maybe you're leaving behind a toxic environment where other people were stealing from you, or there was some kind of theft involved. So it may be that even though the farrier is the one who is, they've got the happy look on their face, and this person's got slumped shoulders, slumped posture. Even the bats look kind of quizzically, like, I'm not sure what's going on here. There could be some kind of relief, I'm thinking, that a previous situation's over for you. This is really about heralding a time of good and positive change. So that's something that's very necessary for you. Oh, okay, let's see if I can remember how these went. For your present tense, we have the Empress, but she is in the reverse. So some of you may be struggling with issues with your children. You may be struggling if you're a male, a lesbian, what have you, with your wife, your partner. There can be some of that. Sometimes this can indicate cheating or some kind of an affair. So it's possible that some of that was going on for you. Not necessarily, though. And, you know, again, this is general, so be sure to take it as it resonates and not, you know, do a personal reading with me, with someone, with anyone, you know, if you feel like you need more information on your personal situation. But the Empress in the upright is someone who is, she's the ideal wife and mother. She's basically the queen of each of the four suits, the air, earth, water, and fire signs combined. She's got a great balance of those. She knows how to pay attention to details and get it done, like our earth sign goddess queens. She knows how to manifest the things that she wants to feel passionate about. She knows how to balance her passions with realism and with her intellect as well. Emotions are fine things to have. Intellect is a fine thing to have, but we have to find the balance between the two of those. Or we have either cold, emotionally aloof people, or we have hot, fiery, passionate people who may not be able to get anything done or to be able to manifest things. This is about the balance between all of those four energies in one person. But in the reverse, it may be that somebody that we're dealing with, that we love, that we live with, our mother, our wife, our partner, ourselves, whoever this is in your life. And men, this can be you too. This Empress in reverse can be you. It could be that because you do have a sense that you need to move on from whatever that situation was, that you're still kind of feeling off a little bit. You know, the World card is an end, and an ending always heralds a new beginning, but that doesn't mean that you're feeling cozy, confident about it. Part of you might be excited about moving forward in some kind of a change. The other part might be kind of huddled and thinking, what the hell have I gotten myself into? But either way, you know, finding the balance between those two things. Don't talk yourself out of something that's positive. Follow your intuition as you go through these changes. The High Priestess is very definitely about following your intuition. In fact, that can help relieve some of the stressed out energy here. Taking time to meditate, taking time to have that quiet time. You know, see if you can't arrange with your partner, with your friends, with your family, those who can help you out, so that somebody maybe takes care of your kids or takes care of the some of the situations. Maybe you can delegate responsibility so that you can schedule an hour in your hot bubble bath or of meditation, or going out to play basketball with your friends or whoever. Just taking that time for yourself, right? Trying to find the balance in those energies. But use your intuition to help guide you into things, or seek out a high priestess in your own life, whether that's a therapist, a counselor, a teacher, you know, somebody that you really have a positive intellectual relationship with, but somebody who understands things on a spiritual level. It could be your priest, your pastor, your reverend, your spiritual advisor from whatever faith system you may participate in. Or read a book too about metaphysical issues and or you know, self-help type book if necessary, right? Then we have here the Judgment in the reverse, and I think this could be in part some of this Empress in reverse energy. that's sort of bleeding into this situation. It could be that somebody had a false judgment against you. The reason I say that, again, because of the reverse position. This is the card that precedes the World card in the deck. So typically this is wonderful because it means you've learned past karmic lessons and you're ready to be rebirthed into your new situation. And then we want to see the Fool card coming up. It's not in this particular spread right now, but the Fool would be about, yes, having exuberance in that new beginning and having all the confidence that you're going to be able to do this, even if you don't know what every single step of the way is. This judgment could entail second guessing, perhaps. Some of you may not be feeling completely confident in what's going on because this Empress in reverse can be full of self-doubt. For some of you, it could be divorcing, leaving a situation, removing yourself from someone, especially if there was some of this, I'm trying to get away with something energy. Doesn't have to be cheating. Could be, somebody was being dishonest about the credit cards that they were running up behind your back that you're going to be held legally responsible for now. It could be about just some kind of situation where someone's trying to get away with something, stealing, holding their cards close to their chest, not being open and above board about things. And this could indicate, maybe there's some kind of self-doubt that you're feeling. Maybe your intuition was right about what was going on with this person and she's not playing it right. And you are correct in your judgment, but you're not happy about what that judgment is. What your own conclusion that you've drawn from the situation might be. Last, for this portion here, we have the Four of Bats. Now, the Four of Bats is kind of a meditation card. This is sort of what some of your best outcome may be. The Four of Bats is about meditating, about getting to that place where you feel right in your own intuition, in your own understanding of your personal higher purpose. And this is sort of like having your personal reset button, right? I was going to poke at it like I was pushing it. And then I'm like, I'm going to be poking the moon's eyes out, whatever. Okay, I'm on a little weird trip in my head. That's, those of you that know me know that I live in the cartoon in my mind sometimes. But anyway, this is really about setting that reset button, trusting in your inner self when you're not overwhelmed with emotion, or when your mind, your thoughts are not racing too speedily for you to get a sense of that. When you're feeling balanced in your heart and your mind, and in making those two decisions amongst yourself, this is your personal high priestess talking to you, right? So be sure that you're checking in frequently with yourself. That's the way that you're going to move beyond this Nine of Bats energy. And we do see in your future that this Nine of Bats energy is coming behind you. This is kind of the anxiety card. The Eight of Bats, very similar. The Nine of Bats is when the world just seems to be getting too close. We are praying for this daylight that's going to come, but clearly the moon is still way out in the sky. And notice how these almost look like mirror images of the other. This one is calm and restful and a-okay with a beautiful window to look at. This person just sees the dark of night, the moon is looking down, they're in their hands, the cat's even concerned, whereas the cat looks kind of chill in this one. This is really, they're like mirrors. Which one do you want to be? Letting go of some of your anxious thinking, allowing yourself that time and space for meditation, doing what you need to do, remembering to balance your work, play, home life, right? Sleeping, good night's sleep, healthful foods, right? Healthy behaviors, all of that. Try to find or create some sort of a balance into your life, right? Now, finally, we have coming into play the Knight of Pumpkins. And the Knight of Pumpkins can be about a message that comes forward about something in an earth pursuit. So it seems to me like you're going to have the information that you need, that you lack currently. You know you need to move on from whatever that situation is. You know this change has had to happen. There's no choice about that. And this may help you tap into messages, internal messages from yourself, from your higher self, from your spirit guides, things like that. It'll help you, I want to say, commute this energy into the reverse, but that's not the right word. But you know what I mean, like to help you heal from that and release that energy so that you can be open to whatever this new opportunity is that's coming in. Now, Knight of Pumpkins, I will warn you, is very slow moving energy. Earth signs are always slower than, say, air or fire. It's just the way that it is. So being that the pumpkins is the suit of earth in here, it could take a while for it to happen, but it does look like, just based on these other cards here, that you have some kind of knowledge and understanding of what it is. The cards are not negative. They're really not. They're simply indicating that you've had some kind of change and that you're sort of feeling the rough parts. And there's going to be some of that up and down. Like I'm reminded really of how when you are on a plane, if you've ever flown on a plane and you land, you don't just touch ground and go smoothly forward, right? You kind of bounce off the ground a few times before your wheels kind of, and the gravity takes you forward so that you're actually, four square on the ground with the plane wheels. You're kind of in that up and down, bump, a bump, a bump, because you're transitioning. And that's really what that's about. You're not sure what's going to be on the other side of that, but be careful you don't psych yourself out, because that's a gift that we humans have. We can take a positive change or positive experience and talk ourselves into a world of hurt and anxiety about it, and we need to be very careful. Now let's circle back to this King of Imps energy here. This is the adult in charge. This is us, this is our situation, this is whatever. This is a reminder that we are the adult in charge in our own life, that we know what to do, that we're gonna be okay. We've been through every horrible thing we've ever had to experience before. We've made it through okay. It might not have been easy, it may have been harder, we may have made a lot of mistakes in our life. That doesn't mean, though, that we don't have all of those experiences as building blocks to utilize now as we move forth, so that we can, in fact, manifest in a positive way what it is that we want, right? The king is a master of manifesting what it is that he desires. His passions brought into action. This slowpoke right here will be coming in with messages, information, opportunities, right, for you to build and to continue to grow your material existence. Brick and mortar, building, store, family, house, whatever that is that you're aiming for at this time. So it will happen. Be patient with yourself. I know sometimes the P word is a really bad word. For that reason, it's really hard to be patient and to take it in divine timing, but that's what it is. That's really what it is divine timing. Now, I do want to pull an oracle card for you, Scorpio friends. We'll be looking at the Denise Lynn Sacred Traveler Oracle cards. A beautiful deck, a gift from a friend of mine recently. And seeing if we can't have some advice, encouragement, healing words, guidance. And if Spirit might help us select a card today, that would be really helpful. I did need to mention, too, if you hear water in the background, that is a river MP3 that I've got going on in the background. So don't think that you're hearing strange water in weird places. So Scorpio, if Spirit would please help us with a message for Scorpio as they move forward in this questionable time where there may be some uncertainty about their path. They may be experiencing some anxiety about choices or about the results of things beyond their control. And we do appreciate any help that our divine support system can help us with. Oh, wonderful. Wonderful. And this card looks a lot like the Six of Bats. This is wonderful. It is called Surrendering to the Journey. And I will hold it up for you to look at as soon as I get the book open to it. And I'll put it up with our Six of Bats here so you can kind of see the similarity. Surrendering to the journey. Release control. The card meaning, it's time to let go. All is well. The Creator is at your side. You don't have to do it alone. Your life is guided. This is not the time to try to control the details of your life. Let it flow. There are times to hold on, but this is the time to completely surrender. Surrender to the greater forces of the universe. Let go of wanting to control your future. Simply turn your challenges over to your spiritual source. The Creator will escort you on your journey. The Sacred Traveler wants you to know surrendering is not giving up. You're not yielding to a force outside yourself. You're opening up to your soul. By releasing hold, you allow creative forces of the universe to spiral through you, which brings inspiration and direction into your life. Sometimes the journey goes a different way than expected. When it does, don't resist. There are times you can see the path, but you don't know where it leads. Not knowing where you're going can activate inspiration, insight, and creative juices. You cannot discover new oceans and distant vistas unless you have the courage to let go of the shore. You don't have to do it all yourself. Support is all around you. Simply open your heart and allow it in. Beautiful message for our journeyer here today. Wonderful. Surrender to the journey, release control. Control is usually at the heart of our anxiety issues. Even in situations of post-traumatic stress disorder, or some other type of traumatic experience, anxiety, usually there's an inability to control something that's happening to us, or we're witnessing something happening to someone else. And that's really at the heart of anxiety, is releasing control and trusting that in the scariest moments of our lives, we are at a place today where we know that we will do everything we can, and we trust in ourselves to remove ourselves from anything that may be above or beyond. Very scary sometimes. Life can be horribly scary. No lie. But sometimes we have to release control in order to take control. Right? Sometimes that's the most control we can have in a situation. I really salute your courage, Scorpio. You're going through some beautiful changes, beautiful changes. You're opening doorways for new things to come through for you. You're really in a great spot here. Whether you know that yet or not, you're in a great spot. Very positive reading today. Thank you so much for joining me, Scorpio. Again, happy Halloween and happy birthday. And I will get back to you in the middle of November for your mid-November readings. Thank you, everyone. Bye now.